what it is, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers, Sean Robertson, Susanna, Taylor Jones, Vegas Gun, Pat the Cliff, Brandon, Sampanato, Chi-Town Beat Town, Chi-Town Beat Down, Brian Lee, Taylor Jones, King Rail, KG says, I'm in, Jimmy. Don't leave me out, my man. Cole Coleon, Bobby Robinson back in action. It is Wednesday, October 24th. This is Loshak and the Bag Show. This is our late show. My name is Jimmy the Bag, and I am beside, as always, the legend, Loshak.
Yeah, I feel a little bit better, everyone. I feel a little bit better, everyone. So, the ups and downs. I was outside and I was just feeling bad, and someone's like, Peter, you gotta see every day as a gift. I was like, yeah, where's that from? And she was like, you just said it on the show in there, asshole. And I was like, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're totally right. Feeling a little bit better. It's a crazy, we got crazy sports betting shit going on right now. College football, MLB, everything's all over the place, right?
Oh, so we gotta stop everything.
What's that?
It's our man Holtzy, Michael Holthauser's 35th birthday today. He says your Colorado brother from another mother needs a birthday pick.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did have yesterday I gave out a birthday pick, which was, in retrospect, I think probably a positive EV play. I was having a terrible day yesterday, and I gave out first period over in the Rangers game, 1.5. They scored 1 goal in the first period, 6 goals in the second period. Jimmy the Bag, I don't know. Do you have anything to say about first period versus full game totals? Is it just getting too cute, or
I do think it's getting too cute.
I think so.
I think that your edge is smaller because you're allowing less time for your capping to work.
So you're absolutely right.
So, but I can, you've used them successfully. You're having a great NHL season so far. But yes, they give me anxiety, and they gave me anxiety last year. Remember, I would talk about it. Like, they actually make me very uncomfortable.
Yes. No, I know. No, you're absolutely right, and it's why those first inning props in MLB are very cracked out and very crack-like because you're right. When the more you reduce the sample size, the more randomness and variation comes into play. But I feel like on the other hand, there are some games, like some of these games with 6.5 totals, where things can kind of slow down late. Things can get lethargic late. Whereas some teams come out explosive offensively early, right?
Absolutely, and 6.5 totals give me a ton of anxiety, and we haven't been seeing them ever like this. I just want to drop a couple comments just so we can hear them, just to get us rolling and feeling good about the show. First off, my man Jay Sweeney says, the best show ever. These guys should get paid millions for this.
Thank you so much.
And then Anna Merrick says, glad you're feeling better, Pete. I am researching the adoption process so you can be my son.
Yeah, look, it's 2018. You know what I'm saying? I support gay marriage. I support everything. So I support older people being able to be adopted as children of younger people.
Absolutely.
In 2018, why not? You know what I mean? That's my right. That is my right to be adopted by a millennial. I want to have a son. I want to have a dad who's a millennial. The dad I never had. A millennial. Maybe lucrative Larry. There
the arms.
Would I lucrative Larry? There the arms. There the arms going. Do I want lucrative Larry to adopt me? I don't know. That's borderline. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Think about that a little bit more.
Freddie said a bunch of terrible things about Larry yesterday.
Did he really?
So, a bunch of terrible things, which I was shocked. I heard that he abuses the elderly.
Is that true?
I don't know. We'll have to add. Yeah, that's true, Larry. Freddie was talking shit about you. Corey Simmons in the house. Ayushia, hey guys, can I get my birthday pick? Yes, Ayushia was our first birthday guy. Now we got Holtzy. So we have Ayushia and Michael Holthauser. They're going to need some glory, and I can imagine you give it to them.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best. All right, give me the bag. Let's get it. We got a lot of stuff to cover here.
We do.
I'm looking for some comments here.
And I'm very excited.
So much shit to cover.
I'm very excited. Sorry to see NFL up there. I'm ready to hammer NFL coming off a 9-2 weekend. Also, I'm very excited to see NCAA football, and I can't wait to hear about your show today.
Yes, it was definitely interesting. Elio Rodriguez says, Pete, you didn't write down my 3-team parlay yesterday. I think I did. I think I copied and pasted it.
I
did. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. Jay Sweeney, there you go. The best show ever. These guys should get paid millions for this. Yes, all I want is just a little bit of financial security. You know
our man Jaquan Foster says, Pete, I need a white son.
Yes, let's do it. Let's make this shit happen. Native Queen. She could be my mom any day of the week.
Definitely.
Any day of the week. All right, Elio Rodriguez. I think I did write down your parlay. I seem to remember. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Speaking of Elio Rodriguez,
yeah,
his son has flow.
Really?
His son can drop
Really?
rhymes, man.
Really?
Yes, I just heard a couple of his tracks.
Really?
And they're fire.
Okay.
And the guy's got a real original voice. Like he sounds. It's you can hear it. You hear a lot of the same tones, a lot of the same shit in hip hop. And this is not that. This guy is special. This guy's got talent. Elio, you've done great work.
It's other level. It's other level, as they call it in hip hop.
It's the truth. Man.
Really?
It's real.
It's
very,
other level.
Very, very good.
Because I don't particularly like hip hop, but I do like other level hip hop. I do like next level shit in hip hop.
It sounds like you do, yeah.
Yes. Most hip hop I don't like. I just don't like it that much. It doesn't touch me. It doesn't move me. But next level shit does. And you're saying his is next level?
I'm saying his.
Wow.
Is next
All right.
level.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. All right. We got to add some handicapping right now.
Yes.
Got some handicapping right now. I just want to look for some.
Paco Schofield says one big with the Red Sox and over last night. Got it again tonight.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have? I'm just
King
looking.
Rail says I would adopt you, Pete, but child support already kicking my ass.
I hear you, man. I hear you, man.
Bill Butler says, Jimmy, will you listen to my music? I'm a music producer. Absolutely, Bill Butler. Are you kidding me?
Stephen Allo likes Napoli, both teams to score over 2.5. Napoli team total over 1. Ignore me if you want. No, or not. Or not. Stephen Alla giving a pick on Napoli. Both teams to score and over. Okay, go ahead.
I like that. Ayushia says, what time do you plan on giving the birthday picks? May not be on the stream the whole hour. Let's pick
all right,
a time.
I'll give it within
21 minutes.
No, within 10 minutes.
Oh,
within 10
shit!
Minutes. Yeah, I'll make a decision.
Oh, shit. I'm not. Okay.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. All right.
I like when you have time to really dwell on it.
All right, let's get into handicapping. All right, MLB, Jimmy the Bag. In today's show, you gave the under and the full game under. Sorry, first half under and full game under.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that? Let's check the line movement there. Let's check the line movement there. No, actually, a slight move to the over. Yeah. Very tiny move. Not nothing crazy, but a slight move to the over.
Slight move. Could I get better than what did I got? Plus 102 and plus 104, didn't I?
No, you got minus 104 on the under on the full game, and then
I got plus 100 on under 8.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so now right now you could have plus 100, but
on the under first 5, under 4.5, I got plus 102.
So look at that. Bet 365 was ahead of the line move. You got plus 100 in this morning because in the morning show because Bet 365 moved to the over, and now Pinnacle is following, and other places are following. All right, so it didn't really move against you. You could only get plus 100 now. All right.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
Well, not whatever.
Right,
the status quo.
Right.
Mohammed Joma says, boys, what a night last night. Have to run and can't stay. All I have to say is so many losers in this world. Appreciate the good people around. He's on Jets money line and Red Sox tonight, and he's out. He's out. Zach Kenkel says, congrats everyone who tailed his soccer plays today. Zach Kenkel, I thought we were going to get a video on Iowa, my man. We'd love to see one. Nut Flush Allen in the house.
God, I gotta tell these soccer plays. It's just in the morning show. I wasn't. I had so much pressure here. All right, so Jimmy the Bag. What you have anything else to say about the MLB game tonight? There hasn't been much movement.
I do want to mention that Allison is on Bucks first quarter. I want to remember that and use that.
Yeah.
Isan Sofagari said, Jimmy, do you feel if the Dodgers lose tonight, there's no chance they win the World Series? They would have to win 4 out of 5. I just don't see that. Dodgers might be desperate. You're right. If they lose tonight, it's going to be over quickly because I really think that Ryu has a better chance of having a good start than Buehler, even though Buehler is a better pitcher than him. It's just these Red Sox smash righties. I think Ryu has a chance tonight. I also, DJ Big Boss, the video for this week is ready.
Oh, shit. And he's saying that because so much work goes into it.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you mean the video is ready? You press play, and then you press stop. It's done. No, that's not how DJ Big Boss operates with his videos. Editing, planning, storyboards, all that shit. That's why they're so good. I love it. I can't wait to see it, DJ Big Boss.
I can't wait to see it either. Bill Butler, your birthday pick bet the farm on the Redskins. The market is continuing to move in the Giants' favor. We will talk to that. Zach Kinkle says, how do I send it to you? Jim, we'll talk on Twitter. I'll message you on Twitter. Gate Pasky, I would love to do an NHL video, but I won't. Long way from there. We need you to, Gate Pasky. We need you to. David Hutton says, no concern about Price starting for the Sox. I've watched Price his whole career, and I really feel like he's a looser and more relaxed than I've ever seen him. And I don't know if you guys remember when the set. So what game was it? So they won in the last series? 5 games. So in Game 4 in Houston, when Boston got that winning run, he was jumping all over the place, and that was from the bullpen because he was about to go in. He was jumping all over the place, and there was no doubt that he wanted to start on 3 days rest. I just see a much more relaxed, a wiser David Price. Now, I'm not saying that he's in a good spot. He could easily get lit up here, and everybody has the right to say, well, when was the last time you saw him have 2 nice starts in a row? I just see a much more relaxed Price, and I'm comfortable with the under. Dwayne Reed says Price will be up for the moment. he got the monkey off his back, man, and that affects you when you're stuck. Like we see it in all sports. And
Yeah.
he got it off his back, and he's ready to roll. King Rail giving a birthday pick.
Mm-hmm. What's his birthday pick? NBA?
Dallas Mavericks full game.
Yeah, who are they playing again? Oh, yeah, against Atlanta. Oh, wow. Yeah, that might be a good play. I passed on the NBA card today. I might do that a lot until I get a better read on NBA. I had a lot of shit to do today.
Well, I'm going to copy and paste Natalie Alvarez's NBA plays, too. He's got a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
Got a ton of them. So I'm just going to copy and paste because we're going to get to it very soon. But, yeah, if what you should do is fade all my baseball picks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the under first 5. I'm on the under full game. I've been getting absolutely killed. Jason Goforth says, Jimmy, Boston 15-5 versus lefties this season at home. I hear you, but their power numbers are way, way down.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a great baseball team, so they can still win games with a 720. I believe their OPS against lefties is 719 this year. It's just because they're a hell of a baseball team. They're the best. 108 games. When was the last time we saw a team win 108 games? Right? Not since the Mariners won 116. They're very, very special. But I think that Ryu has a chance. I think he's a character guy. I think he wants the moment. Obviously, that hasn't helped Kershaw. But I think he wants all eyes on him, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, I would be leaning second half under, maybe 3.5 minus 135. It's definitely an interesting situation here. Second half under minus 3.5 minus 135 is definitely a way I would be leaning. But I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to bet this game. So I'm not going to give a pick where I'm not betting it, and I will just pass on it. All right, we got a lot of shit to cover. Let's move on.
Jendo also giving us a great NBA analysis that we will hit. I copied and pasted Jendo, so we will hammer that when we get to the NBA segment. Now we get to NHL.
Yeah. All right, so in NHL, once again, this morning, I gave 2 plays. Toronto team total over, 2.5 minus 150, and I wound up tailing Jimmy the Bag, partially tailing Jimmy the Bag, also thinking about it myself. Vancouver team total under, 2.5 minus 135. Bag is on the Vancouver line under 2.5 minus 135. He also took the Vegas puck line at plus 112. Also took, what else did you take?
That was it.
That was it, right. That's the only game you want to touch, huh?
Well, I want to have fun.
Right.
I would have fun by making more plays.
Mm-hmm.
I find these very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I find these very difficult. I will be watching the Leafs-Jets game, as almost every Canadian will be doing tonight. I'll be watching it. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Leafs 4-0 on the road, Jets 5-0-1 at home. Somebody's got a break here. It's a very exciting home-and-home series. Toronto's just gone 2 games with scoring 1 goal. I think they're going to do some damage here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like I have an edge that I want to take. I don't want to get in the habit of taking over 6.5.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think that's a losing proposition this year.
Yeah, I was thinking about the under 6.5 in Tampa Bay, Colorado, despite Tampa Bay's explosive offense at times recently. 2 very strong goalies, right?
If this was in Tampa, I would take the under.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But why?
Not with Colorado having last change. I think that they're going to be such a dangerous home team this year. They're going to be a home team with tons of value.
But they don't have any depth, though.
They don't have any depth, but they have last change, and Lightning have shut down defense. There's guys that Lightning would like to stick on that incredible line of McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog, and they won't be able to match up, and the Avalanche will be able to, on any Lightning icing, the Avalanche will be able to put this number 1 line against the tired defensive unit. And this now, if I had to make a move on the total here, I'd probably go under, but not with the Avalanche.
So why? There's been a 12-cent line move in favor of Colorado. Why don't you like Colorado here as a home dog then?
Ooh, look at this. Quinn Rivera, my man.
What's
Quinn.
Okay.
I love this stuff.
All right.
Oh, and Jason Goforth saying just put 20 on Boston and thank me tomorrow. Possibly. I see why everyone likes him. Quinn Rivera says, shared an Uber with the guy who was a beat writer for Tampa Bay Lightning at one time. He says, take the Avalanche, just passing on the info. I don't know shit about hockey. Keep his Twitter. It was him. The Avalanche at home, and if the Lightning weren't so incredible and playing so well right now, I want to take the Avalanche as much as possible. I really think this is when they can take advantage. Savage Larry says, Jimmy, put 2,500 on Boston and thank me when the game ends. I can't put 2,500, Savage Larry, on it. I have a certain amount of money for the Breeders' Cup next weekend, and I need it desperately, and I can't do anything to harm that cash. So that's another reason why I have a shorter amount of picks, and that's another reason why my unit size, also the losing helped my unit size shrink. But yeah, so that's the only reason I feel like the Avalanche at home can get in dangerous situations.
Vasilevsky and Varlamov are excellent, right? Both.
They are. Well, if Varlamov didn't have these groin issues that affects him every year, he could be an elite goalie. And Vasilevsky, if you take that 1 month out, which was February, I believe, of last year, it might have been March, but whatever that month was, he is an elite goalie.
But Varlamov was fine in his last start. So why do you think the groin issues are there?
Because they've been there every year. It's his biggest affliction. That's why they had to have a really strong backup goalie. It happens to him every year. It's his biggest problem. But obviously, it's not happening yet. 4-0-2, 1.64 goals against average, 0.953 save percentage. Jim Rome's a douche. Great NHL capper. Avs Lightning will be tight.
Tight meaning close game or
close game and tight defensive.
And tight defensive.
Tom Moreno says Tampa Bay's been flat against weak teams, but they played well against better teams. I think they're strong here. I think that's a great point, Tomo. They have. And they always do that.
Wait, who?
The Lightning always play down to their opponent and smash great teams. And are the Avalanche a great team? Why did the Avalanche have an 86.5 win point total for the over at the beginning of the season? They go off for 92 points last year, make the playoffs, and yet the market thinks they'll be that much worse this year. It made no sense to me. I took the over.
All right, I'm going to take the under in Tampa Bay, Colorado as an official pick, -114 at Pinnacle, 6.5 -114. I'll take that.
Bobby Robinson saying you're making the bid for those ponies. You're damn right I am. I'll be all over the Breeders' Cup all next week, hammering it. The Coin Kid says, I hope you share your BC picks. It would be great to hear what you think, Jimmy. I will have a video. No, every single race will be broken down on its own private video. We'll talk about them here. But every single race, every championship race. So there's about 6 on Friday, just with the 2-year-olds. And then the big races on Saturday. I'll be hammering all of them. I'll have video on all of them. And Merrick, this is a great capper. Who's fallen for hockey and studying it hard and clearly making great plays as he did taking the Sabres on the -1.5 in Anaheim. Anna Merrick says, guys, Jets are 3-7 on one-day rest, 1-6 in the last 7 versus teams with a winning percentage above .600. Leafs are 5-1 versus teams with a winning record and 9-2 versus the Western Conference. Leafs puck line, write it down, Peter. Especially with the Leafs coming off 2 games with only scoring 1 goal.
Yeah, well, I already took the Toronto team total over as an official pick. The line has moved 10 cents in Winnipeg's favor, which is interesting. I definitely feel like once again Toronto. I feel like when they're a small dog on the road and they have a fighting chance to win the game, it's always going to be against a good team if they're a small dog on the road. But they usually will have value at that big line because if they do come to play, they do get the win. They're usually running away with it. You know what I'm saying? Or at least winning by more than 1, right? Right.
I just feel like these teams can light it up so quickly. You can hold them down, and then they can score 3 goals in 5 minutes, each of them. Corey Simmons says, the bag, Dodgers, Red Sox, over second half. The top 3 home run hitters are benched tonight. Their top 3 home run hitters are benched. Take a look at that lineup.
Yeah. Wow. God, the Toronto alternative puck line is +284.
I think that if I'm just in a kind of a vulnerable situation with my cash roll right now, and I love Anna Merrick's breakdown. I feel very confident on the Knights and very confident on the Canucks team total under, but understand that my book does not let me make that Canucks team total under, and that's something that I will fix. So the only bet I'm making is the Knights. Only NHL bet I have right now is Knights -1.5. But goddamn, I think there's value. I think.
No, yeah, I mean, Jim, every friggin' Thanksgiving, people are like, "Peter, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?" Well, it's like team totals. They're like, "No, you should be thankful for love and for being alive." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." But it's always team totals. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because with a team total, you can combine a small or uncertain edge on a side and a total. And if one of your reads is a little bit more off than you thought, you can still wind up with a positive EV play. So, yeah. And my only other question before we move on is I'm also thinking about taking the Panthers. Are the Panthers, maybe they should be a favorite here. What do you think?
Yeah, well, no, they can't. I mean, sure, if you look at their roster, they have a better roster, but they're just playing poorly. And do I trust Trott? I trust him enormously. He has these guys playing good hockey. Yeah. So I'm very concerned with the way the Panthers are playing. Yes, the Panthers have. Oh, it's been over 10 minutes for your
oh, fuck. Party. All right. I'm sorry about that. All right. Because I'm thinking about this. All right. So,
okay, I want you to be rested. And
yeah. So Florida is and who's in goal for it's Lehner, right? And we like him, right?
I don't mean to add pressure.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
It's Ayushi's birthday.
Yeah.
It's my man Holt's
birthday. All right. Okay.
KGB officer just said, It's the anniversary of my dead German Shepherd's birthday.
Oh, no.
Please send your prayers with a birthday pick, Loshak.
Okay. All right. It's got to be. All right. We're going to take it safe. And as usual, I feel like team totals can be the safest way to go. Got to be Toronto team total over 2.5. I already gave that one. I think I gave it at about minus 150. Team total over 2.5. I think it's gotten bet up now. It's like minus 160 or so. But that will be the birthday pick for today. Right now, it's oh man, wow! At Pinnacle, it's 172. 2.5 minus 170. No, I'd still recommend it because I think Toronto bounces back here. You know what I mean? If they start bouncing back, they'll get their goals first period. I wouldn't be surprised if they get 3 in the first period. You know what I'm saying, Jim? It's only 165 at Heritage. That's going to be the birthday pick. I gave it at minus 150. Toronto team total over 2.5, minus 165. Can Hellebuck be scored on, or is he just a stud and just no matter what happens, it's impossible to get goals past him?
We watched the Oilers put 3 goals on them in the third period.
Yeah.
4-1 game. Jets were cruising, and it posed a whole bunch of question marks about this Jets team.
Sure.
And I'm sure Paul Maurice asked them in the dressing room.
All right. There you go. Toronto Maple Leafs team total over 2.5. In the morning show, I think the line was minus 150. It's gotten bet up. At Heritage, it's minus 165. At Pinnacle, it's minus 172. And that is that's the birthday pick. All right. There you go. I hope everyone has a great birthday. Everyone and their dogs and their kids and everything. We love you all.
Speaking of birthdays, it's our man Kelly McMillan joining us. It was his birthday yesterday.
All right. Your birthday pick, Kelly McMillan. Toronto team total over 2.5. That's the birthday pick.
He says Pete, Islanders team total is much better than the Leafs.
Really?
But in saying that, Reimer has great numbers against the Islanders. I just feel like Barzal's been put in such a difficult situation, and I'm concerned that he's going to have a sophomore slump, that he'll find it's much easier getting a point a game when you're the second line centerman and you don't have the first line defensive units, the opposition defensive units against you. Ulysses Hayes, though, Winnipeg money line, write it down.
Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg could easily win, and the Toronto team total, could be a 5-4 Winnipeg win, easily, right? But Toronto probably wins here, don't they?
No. Probably wins?
Right, because they're so strong. Who's Winnipeg? Winnipeg's great, right?
We went over in the morning show. They have a home winning percentage.
Oh, right.
Over
Yeah.
800.
Yeah. No, I know.
There's not they're.
No, I know.
The Jets are deserved favorite.
Yeah. All right, so I guess let's move on. That's it. I'm just going to add on Tampa Bay, Colorado, under 6.5, minus 114 as another play.
Andrew Klein says, Pete looking sharp and Jimmy in the blackout fit with a hint of red. Spicy.
There you go.
Spicy.
Shout out. All right. Okay, you want to move on?
Yes. Adrian Ganekis says, Jimmy, I missed MLB. Can you tell me the unders to play for the first 5 under in full game? Adrian Ganekis, listen, I've been killed all year long, and I care about you, and I don't think that anybody should be following my MLB plays right now.
Yeah, so. I'm passing on this one personally.
But yes, I'm on the first 5 under, full game under. But
all right. So that's it. Let's move on to NBA, right? The only plays that I gave in the morning show, I'm listening. I'm trying to listen, right? Not just hear, but listen. There's a difference. Think about it, okay?
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
About hockey?
Go ahead.
Is this a play that the one play I think maybe am I leaving money on the table is I feel like the Panthers at Islanders. Barry Trotz knows that the Panthers have all this firepower. Lehner is it Lehner? Did we find that company? It's Lehner. Okay. Lehner's playing so well. Reimer is not playing that well, but he's good numbers against us. Do you think the under 6.5 is a sneaky strong play?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not going to take it. I'm taking the Colorado game under instead. But yeah, I would be leaning under, and I'd be leaning first period under in that one and in the Tampa Bay game as well.
That's the only thing I would be very close to adding on. I'd love to hear what Gate Pasquin and our hockey cappers have to say. Kelly McMillan, the guys. I just feel like I may want to add in that one spot under 6.5 Panthers Islanders. So I want to say that out, you guys. I feel like that is a sharp play. I feel like Trotz is going to have his team playing enormously conservative. And so I would like to hear what you guys have to say. And then, okay, sorry. So that's all. And then we'll come back if I need to come back.
Yeah, sure. Okay. No, I was going to say that the only play that I gave, I'm trying to listen in NBA, right? You know what I'm saying? Because my natural, when I listen to my own internal voice, people say, look inside, listen to the internal voice. No, not for me in NBA. I need to listen to the external voices. I did take the under in the Knicks game. I tailed you guys all, and I don't remember, was it 224 when I tailed it? Or 222? It's now
222.
Now it's down to 219. So
Jesus.
that line has
And
crashed.
I thought I had to bet it during the show because I was worried.
Right.
I got it at 221.
It's now down to 219, and I also took the first half under as well. So I doubled up on that one, and I'm assuming that that one has continued to go down as well. So there you go. The Memphis-Sacramento game was a game that we discussed a lot. Some people in the morning show, including Antoine Seymour, liking the Sacramento team total over. Trenton Claxton says Memphis team total under was a lock. That's what he said in the morning show. People were talking about the Spurs and Indiana game under. It opened at 215. It was down to 210.5 in the morning show, and it's gone down even further. It's now down to 209.5. And I was thinking about the first half under at 107. I'm assuming that's not available anymore. Utah Houston. People liked Utah, and I think you took that one as an official pick, didn't you, Jim?
I did.
What were the picks that you gave? Because
I'm just replying to Jendo asking. I've listened to you guys for a while, but I've never seen any MMA. Yes, we have Anna Merrick.
Yeah.
And Loshak is destroyed.
Dude.
Can we put up your MMA?
Yeah, you got
numbers?
the MMA record
You
back
got the
there. I
MMA?
don't know if you got it. You got the MMA record back, and this is from 2007, 2018, and 2019. My MMA record is basically awesome. You know what I mean? Hey, there, look at that. Look at that MMA. Look at that. 23.5 units. 23.5 units. Yeah. MMA. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's move on. Huh?
I am getting a mix of opinions. I had a bunch of guys whom I trust very much. Dasana, one score about the thinking about the under, and then I've had Gate Pass Key saying absolutely don't do that at all. So yes,
no, did I say 2019? I meant 2017 and 2018. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm a little bit off my game right now.
Oh, Gary Joe Hall says Cavs win big tonight. They're going to get killed tomorrow. Got to win. The Cavs spread large, boys. I'm on that. But one more thing. When do we want Anna Merrick's video for MMA for this weekend? Friday?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be doing a show tomorrow, and then yeah, any day, you work it out with him.
Okay, cool. Let's do a Friday for the video. Okay, let's go over my NBA very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I like my card tonight quite a bit. I can understand King liking the Mavericks very much. I did have a message sent to me about the Hawks and to back the Hawks tonight. I'm comfortable with that game. I like the Cavaliers here. Dan Kelly also put me on the first half over 56.5 at -110. Again, that is a bet that I can't make with my book, and I'm ashamed that I haven't opened up a book that allows me to do that, and it's because of the difficult year I have had, and I'm ashamed that is the case. But I did bet Cavaliers -3, and I got that at -110. Got it on the show at -107. I have Heat under 222 here on the show. I bet it under 221. That's Heat Knicks under. I have the Raptors -8. We've been told that Wiggins will not be in the lineup. I'd prefer him to not be in the lineup, even though he does very little defensively. He can, at any given time in his home city, light it up.
So once again, Jendo, to answer your question, I usually do my MMA shows on a Thursday afternoon with Andreas Hale, and then I talk about them in the Thursday and Friday shows. I rehash what we talked about with the Andreas Hale show. That's not a live show, that's taped. You can catch that at the SBR Videos site here on YouTube, and then I usually go over what we discussed in that show in MMA segments later on. And of course, we get great information as always from the comment section. Bill Butler and Annie Marak have been so impressive that they wound up doing videos with us and writing articles with us and giving us killer picks. Annie Marak's been killing Bellator, and as usual, as good as I am at MMA, I'm still 15% or 10% of the quality MMA picks. So the rest of it comes from the comment section. So there's your answer. Go ahead.
Paco Schofield says love Cavs as well. You saw me get hammered when I made that play this morning. Everybody was against me, and then a few people came and joined me. Hako Schofield liking it as well. They were completely embarrassed in their home opener. I just feel like this team does have heart and will show it. I don't like blue. Obviously, this is not a team on the back often, but I feel like after getting embarrassed, with Dan Kelly, and Dan Kelly says I agree with you. I love having Dan Kelly here. Dan Kelly, with the way he caps basketball, and he's somebody I really watch closely. The way he caps basketball, it's all about situation.
Sure.
He's such a situational capper. That is the reason why I'm on the Cavs. I know Brooklyn also looked bad. I believe it was the Pacers put 132 points on them. But this is a situation where I believe the home team will step up and do something. Ryan Taylor says, I'm on Cavs with you, Jimmy. I really feel like that's the play. Now, Dan Kelly says, what does he say? I agreeing with Palmore's spot on what? What game?
In the meantime, Natalie Alvarez liking an over in the Brooklyn game, predicting a Brooklyn win 123-116.
Where did I miss?
123-116.
Oh, triple beams. I'm so upset that I put you on the Senators and it blew up my face and you trusted me. It's been bothering me. Thank you for being back in here. Says if you're in your head, you're behind enemy lines. That's not God talking. In fact, if I put a speaker on it and we broadcast what you say to yourself, we would institutionalize you.
All right. Going big in the meantime, likes the Memphis game under. A lot of people liking this Memphis game under and liking Sacramento. And I was thinking that Memphis on the team total under might be worth a shot, although it's just like, why do people like the Memphis game under? Sacramento just isn't playing any D, and people are saying they're not going to play any D all year. It's just young guys balling. Right?
Sorry, I was trying to find the Tomor comment that Dan was believing in. He was saying that it's Tomor's Cleveland plays hard. I think they're a decent dog, but I don't want to bet them as a favorite. Their guard play is bad. Okay. Sorry. What did you say?
No, I was just going to say that more opinions coming in on the Memphis game under.
Yeah. What has the market done with that total?
The Memphis game?
Yeah.
Let me see. The Memphis game, it's, where is it? Not, tiny move to the Memphis game, tiny move to the over. Since opening, slight move to the over.
Yeah. Grizzlies at Kings. Kings on that second half of a back-to-back, but Jaeger did a great job nobody played more than 24 minutes last.
Bill Butlicker says, this is not the same Memphis team from last year. They're healthy except for JaMychal Green and Dylan Brooks, but they're not difference makers. Grizzlies is the play. Conley is the fucking man. Wow.
I like Conley too, and I've always backed this Grizzlies team for better or for worse. SBR Forum joining us. That is Drew from SBR Forum, and Drew is in first place. First place in the SBR NHL contest, and he just says never bet Ottawa.
Wow, this is an interesting comment from the Triple Beams. Are those referred to me or you? Is he directing those comments to me or to you?
No, it's from a TED Talk.
Right, I know, but is he referring them? Is he saying that that's advice to you, Jim, or to me, or to everyone in general?
I don't know. I'm guessing everybody.
All right, it was an interesting comment. All right, let's move on, Jim. What else do you want to? A lot of people liking this over in the Spurs game, although the line has crashed from the opener. Joshua Garay liking this, says Spurs over, low hanging fruit. Brian Watson says Spurs over, yes. John Mack, Spurs, Indiana over 210, lowest line of the night. I mean, the thing is that the Spurs are, the entire NBA has exploded in terms of scoring and pace, except the Spurs are playing even slower than last year, aren't they? Like the Spurs are not doing what the rest of the NBA is doing, are they?
Sorry, say that again. What do you think?
The rest of the NBA is exploding in terms of scoring and pace, but the Spurs are playing even slower than last year. They are not doing what the rest of the NBA is doing. I think that's exactly what I just said, word for word.
So what do you think about the 143 they just put on the Lakers?
I don't know. But
that doesn't follow.
I know. I'm just saying that.
No, they are. See, DeWante Murray would have been someone who could have slowed the pace down, being extremely good defensively. Murray could have made this Spurs team elite. Without him, they're screwed. You don't want Forbes at the point. You don't want Patty Mills at the point. And you don't want DeRozan being your main distributor. They're not slowing the pace down. The Spurs, remember that first game, Spurs Timberwolves? Right. I thought that might be the case. I took the under, and it got destroyed.
Wait, hold on one second. Okay.
So no,
maybe I'm getting my teams confused here. Go ahead, Jim. Maybe there was someone else that I was thinking about. Hold on. Go ahead, Jim.
No problem. I will. Twombee, Dallas first half over, and Washington first half over, and says, good luck, boys. Twombee, thank you for joining us. Ryan Taylor saying Spurs, Pacers, under. Rehan Hyder, last time I'll shout it. Memphis will cover in a blowout. Write it down. Sacramento, fifth game in 8 nights, second half of a back-to-back, and first game from a road trip. Take it and run. Wow. Tony Soprano. Wow,
shout out to Tony Soprano.
Back in action.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long, long time. I thought we were going to see him at the IFBC. He says, I love you more than my family. I've been so busy working. I just want to say I missed you guys. Don't forget my birthday's November 13th. Okay, I love you, Tony Soprano.
Gonna have to have the birthday pick for the ages November 13th. I hope there's some friggin' NHL low-hanging fruit for that day. All right, Jimmy the Bag. Any other?
John Mack saying Spurs, Indiana over 210. I like where I got the Hornets. I feel like that's a good spot. You can't get where I got it now. I got them -4. I didn't get to bet it at -4 because that was a play from the Greek giving us that great line. Speaking of great lines, UWager has a $10,000 package out right now.
Yeah.
You can hit the link at the bottom of the screen. $10,000 package, 2 round-trip airfare to Atlanta for the Super Bowl, ground transportation from the airport to the hotel, hotel to the game, hotel accommodations for 3 nights, $100 food per diem, 2 tickets to the Super Bowl, $500 in spending money for souvenirs. All you have to do is deposit $100. You automatically get entered in their Super Bowl contest. It runs until December 31st, but it is exclusive to U.S.-based players.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right. Freedom, baby. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. I'm just not sure what to think, Jim.
I hear that. Dwayne Reed says Spurs home court, huge edge. Pacers are struggling on the road. Spurs money line. Alex Mowbray, Spurs under. Who wants smoke? Says Alex Mowbray. Who wants smoke?
But isn't Indiana great this year or not?
I don't know if they're great.
No,
but they're a good basketball team. They're a good basketball team. There has been questions. Tomar has asked some questions about whether or not they have a bona fide second scorer. And that is a legitimate question at this point. Yeah, no, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
That is a good drink. I'm thinking about taking the Phoenix game under. What do you think about that, Jim? Let's talk about pace here. The Lakers, they run it up, don't they?
Well, I just think that the amount of material we have to study them is so, the sample size is so limited.
And what's your take on Phoenix right now in general in terms of pace?
I feel like I need to watch. I'm so uncomfortable with totals this early in the season. But I think that this number is ridiculously high.
Right.
It's absolutely ludicrously high.
The Phoenix total.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculously high. And Tony Soprano just made $2.
Shout out. None of that money goes to us, but shout out to you, Tony Soprano. It is the thought that counts. And yes, Tony Soprano, oh man, am I praying that November 13th, there's just a little low-hanging fruit there so I can be like, bam, there you go, birthday pick. Thankfully, I never have to give more than one birthday pick, so all I need is one little piece of fruit hanging low. Bam, birthday pick. I hope the one from today cashes.
One score says Nuggets fan in Denver here tomorrow seems like a trap against LA to me. Corey Simmons, Spurs -1. Sleaford 312 says Lakers over or under. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. And you always make the connection to those college football totals that are at 78, and you're like, that's a ridiculous total, and they score 55 points each.
All right.
Native Queen, let me give you her plays before you make a move. May direct you into a nice spot. Native Queen, Atlanta, first quarter, pick 'em.
Yes, I copied and pasted that. Go ahead.
First half plus a half point. Brooklyn, Cleveland, first quarter over 50. Oh, Cleveland, sorry. So Brooklyn,
Cleveland, first quarter over 56.5. Yes. First half over. So she's liking Brooklyn, Cleveland over. Natalie Alvarez is also liking Brooklyn, Cleveland over. She's liking Brooklyn first quarter team total over. She's liking and first half team total over. She's liking Brooklyn and the overs.
Hucko Schofield says Pete's birthday picks are always money.
Yeah, not always, but overall the record is phenomenal. All right, I'm going to take Lakers Phoenix under 239 -110. I'm going to do it, Jim. Lakers Phoenix under 239 -110. Official pick right there. Lakers Phoenix under 239 -110.
I like it.
That's an official pick.
I like it. If you want to go under, you want Josh Hart out there for 40 minutes. He does play defense. He rebounds. I like that play so much. Kokoskov said our transition defense was atrocious. He's so upset. He's so angry about that. God, I like that play.
Isan Zolfagari says, what was the birthday pick today? Leafs team total over. I gave it in the morning show 2.5. It was like -150 or something. When I gave it, it was -165 at Heritage, -172 at Pinnacle. So it's getting bet up. But Leafs team total over is the birthday pick for today.
I think I'm going to jump on that play with you.
You want it?
Gendo, I need a few more seconds to think about this. Gendo says
ahead.
Knicks plus 7.5. Heat only play close games and they're banged up. Miami has 2 one-point games and 1 3-point game. Going to be close, and Miami will not cover. Knicks will hang tight.
What do you think about that? I was also thinking. I was thinking if you like the under in the Miami game, why not the Miami team total under as well? I'm thinking that might be a good play here.
I agree. I just don't want to double up on plays this early in the year.
I hear you.
Natalie Alvarez, I copied and pasted this from earlier. Knicks money line. Knicks team total over. Utah money line. Charlotte full game and Charlotte team total over. Pacers full game and Pacers team total over. Kings over. Interesting, liking the Kings over there.
What kind of style does Miami play in general?
Well, it's hard, again, because they have so many guys out of the lineup.
Yeah.
You're dealing with so many injuries. Let me get online and find out exactly who will be there. But he's also on Raptors over. Raptors full game, Raptors team total over, Bucks team total over, Charlotte over, Dallas over, Spurs over. Wow. And King Rail says, I took Knicks money line very small. And Jesse Dykstra says, the general rule of sports betting, always bet over on the game with the highest total Always bet under on the game with the lowest total. This school of thought has been around for many years. Do you know that school of thought?
I do.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I never heard that. No. Yeah. I mean, it's yes. I mean, it's based on actually an observation that was obvious to me when I first started, which is that at the extremes is where, in all markets, not just with sports betting, at the extremes is where some great value can be found, because a lot of times it's just hard to, everything in the middle, it's relatively easy to estimate where those lines should be, and sometimes things will be off, but it's easier to measure. Where something should be in the middle of a spectrum than at the edges and at the extremes. And so you see that in baseball or football or college football or whatever. A lot of times when you have a game that's clearly going to be high scoring, they'll make the total, the highest total of the year, but sometimes it's just the phrase is they quote unquote can't make it high enough. We've heard about that. And the opposite is true as well. They can't make it low enough. It used to be the case when MLB, there was a psychological barrier. There were just no totals less than 7. And then one year, I remember when it happened, everyone was like, all right, we're going to start hanging 6.5. But before that, there were a lot of 7s, like in the old Washington Stadium, when it was like, impossible to score runs. There were a lot of unders at 7 in MLB that still had value. And then the psychological barrier was broken. And then you started to see, 6.5s and stuff like that. But yes, it's a good point in general, a good point to keep in mind. Look at the extremes for possible betting value where the market just is not likely to catch up as quickly or as fully as it should. All right, move on, Jim.
Trunku says, how does Jazz not win tonight with or without these problems with Houston? I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I want to take.
Al Hard says Phoenix going over, Pete.
I know, I read that.
Last time Al Hard said that, it was some fucking baseball game. I think it involved the White Sox, and I was just like way wrong. Al Hard was way right.
Al Hard saying that is enough to almost get me off of it. I was so close to making it.
I made it. I'm going to keep it. But anyone who's thinking about tailing, last time Al Hard warned me off a total, he was way right and I was way wrong. That was an MLB, but whatever. I'm on it. Under 239 minus 110.
There was a good point here, and I've lost it with all the comments about the Lakers needing to play some defense if they want to get a win.
I mean, at some point, it's crazy what's happening with the NBA, and maybe they're right. Maybe it's just like, look, let's all just have fun, put up a bunch of points. Whoever wins, wins. Let's all make some money. The world's going to end soon anyway. Who cares? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean about
let's
the world ending.
Let's have these totals be like why not? Like, why stop here? Why not make the shot clock 16 seconds and make the games go to the 300s? Why not? I can't answer why. It'd be a much better game if there was more defense involved, if scoring was harder. But fuck it. If you can't beat him, join him.
Trotwam joining us. Trotwam in the house says, I like Brooklyn in this spot.
Mm-hmm. And King Rail loves the Mavs. Or no, was someone else loved the Mavs?
No, it's King Rail. That was his birthday pick.
Right. Oh, okay. Right.
Well, Walter Trotter, my friend, we are going one-on-one. I think that the Cavs at home must step up.
Mm-hmm.
They have to step up after that complete embarrassment. Everything went wrong for them. They just looked awful.
Mm-hmm.
Love goes 1 for 8 from 3. Sexton 2 for 11. They just can't be that bad, and I don't expect them to be that bad.
Jess Finesse, what are the NHL picks? Jess Finesse, I'm on the Toronto team total over and the Vancouver team total under. Jim is also on the Vancouver team total under and Vegas minus 1.5. And I wound up taking the Tampa Bay game under 6.5. And anything else you added, Jim? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
I almost took that under 6.5 until Gate Pass came in. I just don't feel like it should be that high scoring, but it. Kelly McMillan says, me too, Pete, under 239.
All right, but then Bill Butlicker says Phoenix over sounds right. So for every, it's a welcome to the world of sports betting. For everyone on one side, there's going to be someone on the other. Balance is the name of the game when it comes to markets. I don't know. I already made the pick. I'm not going to take it back. I might have been on the wrong side. I don't like to see a comment like that from Al Hard.
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much got me off of it. In saying all that, I want to hammer this NFL card, but I do understand that these games are really important. So why don't we ask you guys, what would you prefer to keep hammering NBA, or do you want to go into NCAA football and NFL? We'll let you guys answer that. Corey Kelly saying, tough card tonight all around. Kate Paskey says, Jimmy, it is just the feel. I get it, and I didn't want to. This wasn't a play that I really wanted to make. Headshot says, yo, I'm late today, guys. Al went 11-3 yesterday, but PSG already screwed me over this morning. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. Walter Trotter says, would have kept that to myself, Jimmy. Sorry, brother. No, Walter Trotter. Walter Trotter, no, there's nothing wrong with that. We love you, and I always want to hear exactly who you're on.
Oh,
and
the
what
one
you're
pick,
like,
yeah. Well,
don't think twice. We love you, man.
You want to look at what we do. Jimmy the Bag and I come on here twice a day with our fucking records. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Don't worry about it, Walter Trotter. Don't even worry about if you have 800 picks and overall hitting 48%. Fine, it's cool. We're all gonna have fun doing this shit.
Big Dave says Buck win over 76ers 117-105 easy cover. I started thinking that as well during this afternoon. I just feel like the Sixers are so susceptible. I don't like them very much.
Yeah.
But I never know when they're going to step up and play well. That's the problem with them. Sixers on the second half of a back-to-back. What's the story on Ben Simmons? Does anybody know what the story is on Ben Simmons?
I heard he was out. No?
I did
heard he
too,
was out.
but I would like to get that. You know what? I'm going to jump on quickly. So do you mind talking about the game quickly?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Brooklyn against Cleveland. I was thinking that Brooklyn might be the play here. Might be the play on the money line. The more I think about it, the more they might be the play. Everyone is liking the Knicks, getting all these points. I can't even name all the people who are liking them.
Ben Simmons will be playing.
Oh, he is. Okay. Yeah. I'm seeing a cascade of comments, people liking the Knicks. Dallas against Atlanta. King Rail loves Dallas. That might be very well the right side. The Knicks are catching 8 points. With all those injuries for Miami, you don't know what's going to happen. 8 points is a lot, right? It sure is. It sure is. In the meantime, Utah's down to 1. Wow. Amazing. All right, listen, it's a huge card, and I think I'm done. I added on Lakers Phoenix under 239. Might have been a mistake, but I'm rolling with it, and I think I'm done with NBA. You want to add on any picks, Jim? The massive card. Kings Court coming on tonight.
Kings Court will be here 7:30 Eastern time. We are thankful and lucky to be the show that rolls into them. Stick around and hang with the Kings Court guys. One Score says sharp money all over the Heat, no line movement. Buyer beware. Cameron Joyce says Mavericks over 118. What are we saying?
Mavericks team total he's talking about. Yeah. That might be worth a play too.
Jeff Murillo liking the Mavs. King Rail on the Mavs. I just don't trust this Mavs team on the road at this point, especially without Harrison Barnes, who I know that he jacks up a lot of threes, but I do feel like he does force some accountability defensively. I don't trust. I'm not going to start backing these Mavericks on the road, even against a team as terrible as the Atlanta Hawks. They are hoping to get Dedmon back this week. Once they have John Collins and Dedmon, I'm going to be buying. I think we're going to get a ton of value. Remember last year, I hit my first 8 Atlanta Hawks double-digit spread plays. First 8, but I don't want that to affect me. That's why I've stayed off him in certain positions. Walter Trotter said Van Fleet is out. Yes, the long right is so good defensively. Van Fleet is extremely smart ball player in all pressure situations. Undrafted, and he's just been such an important piece to our team. It's so important that we got rid of Corey Joseph and didn't need him. I hear that. Let's see. Bill Butler giving us a lineup for the Heat: Dragic, Magruder, Richardson, Olnick, and Whiteside. I retro star Bucks money line, Toronto money line, Golden State money line, Hornets money line, $200.
And Alan
Dedmon is back, just only playing 15 minutes. Oh, thanks for letting me know that, King.
Alan Action saying Sacramento +3 game of the night. Is a pick of the night, play of the night? Is that true?
Everyone's been going back and forth with Sac and the Grizzlies. I wish I feel like that's a play I should have been able to come out with an edge, but I haven't done it. I think we go on to football.
All right, that's it for NBA. NBA, of course, is crazy, fun as hell, insane as hell, and hopefully things will smooth out as the season matures. Right now, we're all trying to just get used to the pace, the craziness, the ups and downs of all these teams, and we'll see how these picks turn out tomorrow. All right, let's get on to college football. Jimmy the Bag, an interesting bunch of games in college football. In the pre-snap reads show, I did decide to add Michigan State -115 over Purdue.
Wow,
Go ahead.
that's exactly what the Coin Kid has just written.
What's that?
I think Michigan State -1.5 looks good. Purdue coming off a huge win. Michigan State off a big letdown. He also likes Clemson to cover against FSU. Florida to beat Georgia on the money line at +220 in the Swamp.
Yeah, so I'm taking Michigan State -1. I made that one an official pick. I did bet it. It's all over the place right now. Who knows where it will close, but it's just Michigan State is still a quality program, right? The injury to the quarterback's arm is a big concern for me. Where are the points going to come from? Not exactly sure, but I think it's just a good spot for Michigan State, and I took them. Al McMorty liked that one as well. -1, -115. That is my first official play of the week in college football. And then there were another bunch of plays where I was leaning and just not sure what I was thinking about, because they kind of went against everything that Ian Cameron was saying. I was leaning under in Louisiana Tech, Florida Atlantic, even though there are a lot of injuries there. Other plays, the Clemson Florida State game is a little bit tough to handle. North Carolina, Virginia. I was leaning UNC getting all those points, and Ian Cameron agreed with that. So Ian Cameron was leaning UNC. I don't know if I want to make that an official pick yet, but that's definitely the way I was leaning. I was also thinking about Coastal Carolina, Georgia State under, and the guys, we talked about that game in the pre-snap read show. They talked me off it because they think Georgia State has a very porous defense, but they have 2 extra rest days, and I think they might come in here a little bit stronger than we would expect defensively. And I know that Georgia State's game plan for the second half of the year was to try to run the ball more. Coastal Carolina just came off a great defensive performance, holding down an impressive UMass offense for this caliber of team. So I was leaning under the high total, but Ian Cameron and Joe Gavassi said that made them nervous because of how porous Georgia State's defense is. I think I'm still leaning under on that one. Other games that I was leaning towards, let me just scan the Arizona State USC game. Very interesting, Jimmy the Bag. You love the Pac-12. As you know, Jimmy the Bag, a lot of these Arizona State players are from the USC area, from the Southern California area, right? Arizona State also has some extra rest for this one, and JT Daniels in concussion protocol for USC. Now, I know that the backup quarterback who's expected to come into play was also in contention to be the starter at the beginning of the year, so he's going to be okay. And USC's a great team. I was thinking about maybe a shot with the under and leaning Arizona State, but Ian Cameron took USC -6 as an official play. I was also thinking about the Cincinnati SMU over at 53. I have no idea why this line is so low. We know that SMU likes to have an up-tempo offense. We know that SMU doesn't play any defense, and yet the total is just crashing down. It's at 53, and Pinnacle is loath to go under 53, but the under, look at this, at Pinnacle right now, 53 -162 is the under. That's what Pinnacle's doing. They do that sometimes. They don't move the number. They just move the money line. Let me see what that is at. At other books. At Heritage it's down to 49.5, and Pinnacle is scared to move the number. They are just moving the money line. They are just moving the money line, which makes me think that they don't necessarily like this. That they want to take under money at a big favorite line. Everywhere else is down to 49.5. So I'm gonna have to look into research why this low total was getting bet down, but it's definitely very interesting. I was also leaning UTEP. Jim, how great of a read have I had on UTEP this year? At the IFBC, we were talking about season win totals, and I said UTEP, under 2.5 wins was probably a great bet. I was joking around. I was like, do you even see 1 win on their schedule? But the last few weeks, they've been covering, and I've been on them, ATS. So I've had a great read on UTEP, and I think UAB's a great team. But once again, I think 16 points a little bit too much. UTEP's yardage numbers have been okay. And I think I did bet that one. UTEP plus the points, plus 16, I think is a decent
Has there
play.
been any move on that?
Well, it opened to 17.5, and it's I got it at 16. I missed the opening line, but that's okay. I took it at 16. That's definitely a play that I took and that I'm interested in. I'm not quite sure if I want to pull the trigger on it right now because UAB can be explosive offensively, and UTEP is a bad team that might not win a game this year. But
it bothered me last Saturday when I saw your tweet on UAB. And
did I nail that one? And the team total over, right? How much did I nail that one?
And North Texas I was on North Texas. First half, I was like, Pete, looks like I'm going to get this one. And then UAB just shot off and
UAB is an impressive team. They have a good offense. They can put up points, So it makes me nervous. But 16 is a lot of points here. Let's see. How good am I with these big, ugly underdogs, right? Rutgers last week. How good of a play was that?
No doubt.
How good of a call was that, Jim? All right. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. Any comments coming in that you want to highlight here?
Yeah, Dwayne Reed likes Kentucky +7.
All right.
Toledo +7. Kentucky's been very good to me this year. Kelly McMillan, Appalachian State, Georgia Southern over.
And there's one other play that I want to add. Sure. I did preview the Army Eastern Michigan game, right? with Steve from collegefootballwinning.com. I previewed the Army-Eastern Michigan game. I was leaning Eastern Michigan. The pre-snap reads guys liked Army. They made Army +2 an official pick, both of them, Ian Cameron and one of the other guys. I think it was Joe Gavassi, although I don't quite remember. I was leaning Eastern Michigan. I previewed that game with Steve from collegefootballwinning.com, and he likes Eastern Michigan -1, and I think I like that one as well. Eastern Michigan, of course, has been a good bet this year. In general, undervalued. Army is an impressive team, but their backup quarterback, the starting quarterback, is out. And they're coming off an OT game, right? Their defense might be a little bit worn down. And I am liking Eastern Michigan here, and I will make that one an official play. Bookmaker has -1, -105, and I'll take that one. Eastern Michigan -1, -105. I'll make that one an official play. I'll add that one on there right now. -1, -105, Eastern Michigan. I do like that one. And vaguely leaning Eastern Michigan team total over as well. Eastern Michigan can put up some points. Army can't really defend the pass. And I think their defense might be a little bit worn down from the OT game last week. So, and they have Air Force next week coming up as well. So I am taking Eastern Michigan -1, and I'm leaning Eastern Michigan team total over. I might add that one on on game day, Jim.
I hear that. That's very interesting. Another thing you'll find very interesting: Walter Trotter. I'm on Arizona State.
Yeah, the problem is USC is just a great team. I mean, no matter who's at the quarterback, they're just a great team. They're banged up, a lot of injuries. But this third-string quarterback is good also. You know what I mean? The rest of the team is good also. I wish I was getting 10.5, not 6.5, but I was leaning Arizona State, absolutely. Ian Cameron took USC -6. I was leaning Arizona State, but I didn't make that one an official play yet.
Reed, about your Eastern Michigan, solid play.
Yeah, I do think so. I think it's a solid play. Yeah, Home Reno says Lewerke isn't likely playing this week for Michigan State. Tough to know what you get from the new quarterback. I am happy to hear that. I'd rather have a backup playing than Lewerke with the injured shoulder playing. So I'm taking Michigan State here -1.
I hear that. I think you guys. I mean, I need a ton of more work to get in. And God, it's already Wednesday night. And we have a nice college football schedule on tomorrow. Is there any moves? Is there anything that you're liking? Let me pull it up for tomorrow. Got some Toledo, Western Michigan.
We will look at that. We'll look at that tomorrow. How about let's move on to
NFL.
Yeah, Harlem J says USC great team, must be a different USC. LOL. I'm just saying their roster. You know what I mean? This year I looked at I thought they were a great team. The only question mark was how would Daniels do. Other than that, I thought they were just awesome all around. Maybe I was too hasty with that. Native Queen adding on Atlanta Dallas first quarter under. Wow. All right, let's move on to NFL, Jimmy the Bag. You got any plays you're liking for NFL this week?
I have a ton of plays.
A ton
of plays that I'm liking. But
that's not possible. There's not even a ton of games.
There are a ton of games. I've not bet any of them yet, and I'm waiting to make a move and wondering if I should. I have question marks besides some plays. Some plays I know that I like. Why don't I start with the plays that I know that I like? Although I do want to break down all of these games throughout this week. Bill Butler says Giants in 100% rebuild mode after trading Harrison, old snacks. Gruden will pound him. Huge void in the middle. Same thought process with Oakland versus Colts. The Amari trade was the wife. I agree with both those plays, but why is the market moving in the New York Giants' favor? I just can't understand why that is.
Well, I mean, when you have a top 3 quarterback and you're a home dog, it's always an impressive or an interesting and enticing bet to make.
Top 3 quarterbacks?
I got you there, Jimmy the Bag.
Come on.
I got you.
What a mess. I don't know how the market's moving in this. I just don't get it. Isan Solfagari, my favorite NFL play of the week, the 49ers. Isan Solfagari, I agree completely.
Wow. Sorry. No Jesse Dykstra, I live in LA. I follow USC. Trust me, this is one of the worst USC teams in years. Shout out to Jesse Dykstra.
Yeah, Jesse Dykstra sharp. Absolutely sharp.
Now, maybe I'm liking Arizona State more now.
Yeah. When you hear these guys, the guys who are on it, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I agree. Isan Solfagari completely. And I love hearing that. The Beathard-Kittle combo works. 4 years in Iowa. I don't know how the Niners got Kittle in the 5th round. I'll let you guys decide which games we go to. A headshot says I got Colts for sure. I'm definitely on the Colts, but I'm very confused by the market in this Washington game. I need more time to figure out what the hell's going on. The Niners defense, yes, they got, 39 points put on them, but they didn't play that bad last week. There were 4 turnovers, terrible field position. The Niners completely outplayed the Cardinals the last time they faced them. The Cardinals against Denver, right? The Cardinals look bad against an average team. The Niners look bad against a great team. Patrick Peterson does not want to be there. I'm on the 49ers, absolutely. I'm just wondering, when is the right time to jump in on any of these plays? Is now the right time? Has there been any move on this in the market for the Niners spot here? San Francisco getting +1. In some places, San Francisco's a favorite. Wow. Pinnacle's still giving me a +1. What's the best money line I could get here?
For what?
For the San Francisco 49ers.
For the Niners?
Yeah.
It'd probably be about, +103 or something like that. You really want me to check? I can check. I can check.
That?
Money line for the Niners. Hold on one second, please. Oh, no. -105 at Bet365 would be the best we could give you.
Strange. I understand the move, though. Easton Silvergard said, Jimmy, double your bet size on the 49ers game. There's no way Arizona beats it. I agree with you completely. Kelly McMillan saying 49ers are the play. I agree with you, and I think you're right. I think it's now time in the season to maybe put more than one unit on some of these games. In fact, I started, because of the tough times I had over the summer, I brought my NFL down to just $125. I started with 1 week at $150, now down to $120. Maybe I just need to raise my unit price. Okay, give me the 49ers on the money line right now.
Okay, that'll be -105 at Bet365. Jimmy the Bag adding Niners money line -105 currently at Bet365.
Dan Kelly mentioning that the Mavs Hawks first half total plummet on late money. Quinn Rivera, Niners look like they still want to win. Cards look like they struggle with just getting first downs like a bad college team or something. Corner says Arizona's horrible. I won't bet them, but it looks like a letdown spot for San Francisco after the big game against the Rams. But they played terrible against the Rams. They can do better. And Shanahan's in the war room right now figuring it out. I like the Steelers quite a bit here, but it's a huge... Oh, let's see Kevin Garrett's best play. Oh, what is the best play tonight? I'll let everybody... Oh, and Ziggy Ball saying I really like the Broncos this week. The birthday pick was the Toronto Maple Leafs team total over.
Yep. We'll see. Hopefully that'll cash.
Scotty Rock says, so the 49ers can't beat them at home, but you think they can beat them on the road. Scotty Rock, they destroyed them in that game. Every single thing that could have gone wrong went wrong. They beat them in every facet of the game, Scotty. I know you're a Barry guy. If you look at the yards differently, and I'll have all that for the Friday show, the Audible. I try to make sure that my Friday breakdowns are different than my Tuesday breakdowns for the video. But yeah, the 49ers should not have lost and losing by double digits. I feel like some big favorites are extremely appealing. And I hit on the Rams with no fear last week against the 49ers, a big favorite. I think the Chiefs are very appealing. I think the over in the Chiefs-Broncos game, even though as of Tuesday that had gone down a point from 55.5 to 54.5, it feels like the Chiefs are unstoppable, and maybe we should take the over in every Kansas City game all year, and I don't care. I don't care that the Broncos have seen Mahomes three times. The Broncos' offense is worse than the Bengals' offense, and the Bengals' offense put up 10 points at Arrowhead. Scotty Rock forever saying 49ers just picked up Tom Savage. What's that tell you? They don't trust Beathard? No, I don't agree with that. They're going with Beathard this year. There's no way that Savage is going to come in. I don't agree. Beathard knows Shanahan's playbook better than Jimmy G. I find the Bears very appealing as a big favorite. I find the Redskins very appealing. But there's one play I need to make right now, and I just want to make sure that I'm not making it at the wrong time. I want to take the over in the Seahawks at Lions. I want to take the over here, and I absolutely love it. And I just want to make sure that I'm doing it at the right time. There's been almost no movement. I want this over. I believe in this over. Seahawks coming off a bye. Both teams have been impressive of late. Kerryon Johnson's the real deal. Stafford finally doesn't have to do too much. 19 for 58 from Johnson for 158 yards. Stafford only misses 4 passes, goes 18 for 22 for 217 yards. Wilson is playing great. Seahawks defense doesn't scare anybody anymore, even though they do have some talent on defense. I want this over badly. All
right. Well, it's 49.5 or 50, but Bookmaker is still at, Bookmaker is still at 49 -115, so we can give you that one, Jimmy the Bag. 49 -115 on the over. Yeah, last week I was having a tough week, and so I didn't tweet it out, but late I realized, I was like, oh man, Detroit minus the points and Detroit team total over. Great call, great plays, and I bet those. I just didn't tweet them out, but those were definitely plays that I liked.
Coming off a 9-2 week, I don't want to get carried away and hammer too many plays. I want to slowly make them throughout the week because that worked out for me as well. So over in the Seahawks-Lions game is one of my favorite plays of the week.
Okay.
The over in the Buccaneers-Bengals game is a play I really, really like, but I may want to spend a little bit more time. I feel like the Colts have to be the
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they have to be the play here against the Raiders with the mess trading Cooper. I love the way Marlon Mack is playing. I love the way Luck is playing. With Mack rushes for 126 yards, Hines for 47 yards, Wilkins for 46 yards, and Luck doesn't have to do too much. Just like what's happening in Detroit with Kerryon Johnson. When Mack is rolling, Luck doesn't need to throw 50 passes. When Kerryon Johnson is rolling, Stafford doesn't have to throw 50 passes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Colts right.
All right, you want the Colts right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's move over here at SBRodds.com. Point spreads. The Colts. Wow. Open to pick them. Now it's up to 3. So we can give you 3 minus 105. That's the current line of the Greek. You want that one?
I do.
All right,
want that
Indianapolis
one.
-3 minus 105. Jimmy the Bag.
So I would say those are my 3 favorite plays. I wouldn't mind talking about the Buccaneers at Bengals game a little bit. I find the Bengals are in a really nice spot to bounce back here. Bill Butler says, Jimmy, be careful. The Seahawks Lions just acquired Snacks Harrison, so I doubt Seattle will be able to run effectively in line secondary. Can match up with the Seahawks wide receivers. Seattle wants to run. Snacks is a beast. There's no doubt about it. Snacks is a beast. I still feel like the over is a play.
Okay.
But Bill Butler, whenever he's given me a word of caution, I've lost the bet.
I do deck says low shit, shut up. Why would he say that in this segment when I'm not even talking?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why. Like I ran my mouth for 40 minutes. Now I'm not. Now I'm saying nothing in the NFL segment. He's telling me to shut up.
Maybe
I don't get it.
Maybe he actually wants you to get rolling. Maybe he's
no. Anyway, shout out to you. I do deck. All right, acknowledged. The suggestion is something I will take into consideration. Thank you so much. I do deck. Low shit, shut up.
Lamont Williams likes Tampa Bay this weekend. I like the over. I do like the Bengals, but I'm not sure. What's the movement being in the Bengals game?
In which one?
The Bengals-Bucs game.
Well, from opening there was a big. I don't know. Should I talk? Should I keep? I don't know what to do here now. Now I'm all nervous and insecure.
I'm a little panicky.
From opening, it's gone in Tampa Bay's favor. It opened at 6. Now it's down to 4 or 4.5. But Ian Cameron likes both Cincinnati and the over here. And yeah,
that's right out of the audible. That's how we broke. That's how Donnie and I broke down this game on Tuesday.
So that makes me think that if you want to play it safe, including you, I do deck, Cincinnati team total over at under 30 might be worth a shot. Are they that good offensively? That
it's not. I think that would definitely be worth a shot, but I would like to have both teams' offenses here. Tampa is terrible defense coming off an overtime win, but Vontaze Burfict has a hip issue. He looks slow. Winston threw 52 passes last week.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like the over. I'm not going to make a play on the side yet, but I do feel like the Bengals is a play. Bill Butler, Tomor, both on the Bengals. I really like the Bengals to bounce back here and smash at home. There are 4s available right now.
Yeah,
I find that appealing. Scotty Rock says never going to be more than 100 with you than I am right now. It's time to start fading the 49ers, just like the Raiders. I hear you, Scotty Rock, forever, and this makes me even more excited about the game. And I got my PayPal rocking. Maybe we got to do, but we'll do that away from it. I would like, it stabs a man in his heart when he fades his hometown team and they win. And I don't want to do that to you, Scotty. But we can talk on Twitter if we want to go mano a mano this week. Hulk Hogan says Loshak is the man. Your haters can eat the crumbs from his mustache.
No, I like O'Shea. I like what's his name? I do deck. I like Dudek. I just want to know what it is that caused him to say that comment so that I can improve, so that I can improve my game, take it to the next level.
I'm not sure if low shit's gonna catch on.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so Jim, you like the over here. Ian Cameron likes Cincinnati and the over. The market has moved in Tampa Bay's favor, but clearly the Cincinnati team total over. This game has 30 or more points written all over it, right?
Yes, but again, I want to have both teams working for me in this spot. Lamont Williams says, Jimmy, I love Tampa. They're going to score. They just need to work on defense, but I still like it. My man, Sean Pala in the house joining us. Thomas says, I think the 49ers are a good team to bet on, and Arizona sucks, but the 49ers just played the Rams on Monday night. Tough spot. Corey Dickerson liking Bills plus 14, Seattle plus 3, and the Raiders plus 3. But Young OG 23 says Green Bay Rams over for sure. That's a very interesting spot. That we can't go too long right now. We will go in Bill Butler all over Vikings as well. Everson Griffin back. We're going to hammer. Can we have NFL on every show from now on for the rest of the week because we're getting to that time? So tell me a little bit about the total movement here in the Bengals.
Well, it's interesting because it hasn't moved much since opening, but the first half is less than 50%, a little bit, I guess. It's 26.5 on the first half. You think there's going to be scoring early? 26.5 doesn't seem like that much.
I think there's going to be scoring early. Yeah, I think there's going to be scoring early. I think there's going to be scoring early and off.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Reed saying Colts definitely low-hanging fruit, or as Lucrative Larry called it, the parking lot papaya.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm going to make a move on the Bengals. I love the way the market is moving towards the Bucs. I hope that continues, and I might hold out a little hope that it does.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a possibility to get to 3.5?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I am going to take the over and lock it in right now.
Okay.
Though. Buccaneers, Bengals, over.
But you don't want the first half, which is just 26.5.
No, I'd prefer to have both.
All right, so the full game right now will give you 54 minus 110. It's a split line, 54 or 54.5. Jim's going to take Tampa Bay, Cincinnati over 54 minus 110.
Young OG says Redskins beat the Giants. I want to make that move. Perfect Rotation says, I'll show you some low-hanging fruit.
All right, I guess we got to wrap it up, Jim.
I guess
we'll talk about NFL
I like
tomorrow.
these 4 plays. So 4 plays locked in. I feel good about it.
So once again, if anyone's keeping track, Jimmy the Bag has added Niners money line, minus 105. Seattle, Detroit, over 49, minus 115. Indianapolis Colts, minus 3, minus 105. Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, over 54, minus 110. I've added no NFL plays, but in college football, I did add Eastern Michigan, minus 1, minus 105, as well as in the pre-snap read show, Michigan State, minus 1, minus 115. All right, let's wrap it up.
Just before we do, though, Scotty Rock says, Pete, you are a stellar individual.
Oh, thank you.
You handle trolls with the utmost excellence.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. Scotty Rock forever. Maybe I'll write a song called Scotty Rock Forever.
I'd like that.
That might be nice. Scotty Rock forever. Scotty Rock. Scotty Rock forever. Scotty Rock. Yeah, I'll work on that. In the meantime, Lucrative Larry's arms are going nuts. We got to get a camera on it. It's so fucking funny. You guys got to see this. Lucrative Larry's arms, and all you see is his arms and a little bit of his hair. And his arms just go nuts. He looks like a cartoon character. All right, who's coming in?
Without further ado, fresh off his plus 150 hit on Juventus. Lucrative Larry back to winning ways. Without further ado, let's see Lucrative Larry's plays of tomorrow.
Okay, come on in. Lukey.
All right. Adjusting a couple things.
Come on.
The record didn't last very long. We didn't think to see how good you're looking.
Damn it,
there we go. All right.
Found another dead rat back there.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
Okay.
There are plenty of them. Hi, Mr. Peters. Hi, Mr. Jimmy.
Hold on.
Thanks to the Swedish Hockey League, formerly known as Elitserien, taking Frölunda HC winner draw over Skellefteå AIK, available at 365.
Oh, the Swedish
Frölunda. Home of Cal and Adam, my friends. Shout out to you guys.
And we don't call it the Swedish Elite League anymore, right?
No, Swedish Hockey League, formerly known as Elitserien. Do it with me?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay, great. Lucrative Larry, thank you so much. We'll be back at 12 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow.